Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching Oman News. First, the headlines. The Ministry of Education launches specialized center for occupational training for teachers. The Ministry of Education closes a number of private schools for violating rules and regulations organizing educational work. A ceremony is held for laying down foundation stone for the project of improving Sohar refinery. And the Fishermen Institute in Solala celebrates the graduation of the first batch from Marine Department in the specializations of engine engineering and captains. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has received a cable of thanks from His Excellency President Abdullah Gül of Turkey in reply to His Majesty's cable of condolences on the victims of the coal mine fire in Manisa province. The Ministry of Education launched a specialized center for occupational training for teachers under the auspices of His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal bin Saud al-Busaidi, Minister of Diwan of the Royal Court. It aims to promote teaching process through qualifying and training teachers to utilize the best international standards, means and methods to achieve the good qualitative education in the Sultanate. It comes along with the Royal directives of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to review educational policies, plans and programs, and to keep up with international approaches and recommendations to promote the efficiency of teachers. The chief guest and attendees toured the center, which has 56 training halls and 30 Omani trainers who have been subjected to international programs. The number of first batch to graduate is expected to reach 3,000 teachers and supervisors by the end of the year after passing long-term and high-quality courses. The Ministry of Education had closed a number of private schools for violating rules and regulations organizing work at schools. Directorate General of Private Schools mentioned that the decision of closing 6 private schools was preceded by measures indicated that these schools were violating many conditions for which the owners of the schools were granted permissions to operate. Sohar Industrial Port held a ceremony to lay down the foundation stone of Sohar Refinery Improvement Project under the auspices of His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Saif Al-Lamki, Governor of North Al-Batna. It will uplift economic value of Omani crude oil, contribute in reducing gas emission of the refinery, providing job opportunities for Omanis and upgrading integration level among OPEC factories to Sohar. It will satisfy the increased demands on gasoline and the total capacity to 198,000 barrels daily, since 60% of the refined oil comes from Sohar refinery. It will also improve environmental aspects to keep along with Omani and international regulations and rules, as the environmental improvement will reach to 70%. It will also increase domestic value added, so to provide opportunities for local importers to achieve the highest benefit from the project, which will be completed in 2016. Within the context of 2 international training programs for leadership development organized by World and Arab Regional Association of Guides, the Sultanate, represented in the Directorate General of Scouts and Guides, hosted 50 participants from 23 Arab and world countries. It was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Hamoud bin Khalfan Al-Harthi and the Secretary of the Ministry of Education for Education and Curricula. Both programs aim to exchange expertise and knowledge in guides field on regional and global level. The 7-day program will review a number of topics related to contact among cultures and generations. The programs focus on understanding leadership, management skills, communications and others. It also witnessed various activities, namely lectures and awareness exhibition, where the attendees got acquainted with the Sultan's guides. Still to come in our news bulletin, Sultanate civilization and its cultural, historical and knowledge legacy showcased at New York Book Fair. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Children Association organized an honoring the ceremony for participants of Amana campaign in Muscat under the auspices of His Highness Sayyid Taimur bin Asad Al Said. The campaign witnessed participation from 25 schools in Muscat while aiming to reinforce positive behavior and to contribute in value education. It includes a competition in various fields, namely literary works, fine arts, technical projects and school initiatives. A quantity of shrimps weighing 650 kilograms was seized from being fished outside the legal season for shrimp fishing. The seizure took place in the Governorate of Al-Wusta in cooperation with Royal Oman Police Station in the Wilaya of Mhout, after the Directorate of Fisheries Wealth in the Governorate had received a report of the shrimps loaded in a transport and marketing vehicle in Scrub coastal area and proceeding of the Governorate of South Sharqiya. Fishing shrimps outside the season is considered a legal violation of marine fishing. It's worth mentioning that the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth had fixed fishing period during the months from September until the end of November every year. Within the activities of Asia Pacific International Craft Council, an Omani traditional fashion show was held under the title Between Past and the Present. The exhibition showcased developed men and women designs derived from Omani environment and heritage. A number of male and female designers, among them Sayyida Ruqayya Al-Busaidiya, Masha'il Al-Ghasaniya, Nusha Al-Balushia, in addition to Muhammad Al-Subhi. The event was presided over by Her Excellency Dr. Rawiya bint Saud Al-Busaidiya, Minister of Higher Education. A personal exhibition was held by the Photography Society in the Wilayat of Sib by photographer Majid Al-Amri. The exhibition included 27 photos portraying the nature of Oman, particularly deserts, wadis, beaches and mountains. Al-Amri obtained the title of Al-Fiab, Excelled Photographer, given by the International Union of Photography, and won many international prizes and medals. The exhibition will last until 28th of June. The Fishermen Institute in Salalah celebrated the graduation of 34 students of the first batch from Marine Department in the specialization of engine engineering and captains. It was presided over by Her Excellency Dr. Muna bint Salim Al-Jardaniya, Under Secretary of Technical Education and Vocational Training in the Ministry of Manpower. Fishermen Institution in Salalah aimed to supply the labor market with qualified national manpower, which able to contribute at economic and social development by vocational training programs. A training course entitled Program Yourself and Your Child Positively was held within the context of Al-Wafa Second Forum in the Governorate of Dakhiliya. The course touches upon challenges facing the family in raising up children and provide new educational skills and methods for the mothers and in the field of raising kids, as well as acquainting with latest studies and psychological findings. Other topics focused on the impact of watching television for long hours by the kids and the negative behavior they acquire from cartoons, besides violence and other misleading programs, in addition to suggestions and solutions for those obstacles. The Sultan participated in the New York Book Fair in the United States of America, which considered as one of the biggest book fairs in the world. The Sultan presented a number of books varied among cultural, historical and knowledge, reviewed literature and Islamic contributions over the years. The four-day exhibition opened horizons of discussions among international publication establishments. The organizers of the book fair expected huge visitors to its productions and accompanying activities, namely seminars and readings by intellectuals and authors. Muscat Securities Market MSM General Index today added 16.48 points, comprising a rise by 0.24% to close at 6907.23 points. The trading value today stood at 9.84 million Omani Riyals, comprising a rise by 18.68% compared to the last session, which stood at 8.29 million Omani Riyals. The report released by MSM pointed out that the market value rose by 0.31% to reach about 14.57 billion Omani Riyals. With the aim of uplifting awareness and media abilities of the employees, the events of training programs on the methods of preparing and giving lectures continued in the Governorate of Musandam for about 15 participants. It was organized by the Directorate General of Regional Municipalities and Water Resources in cooperation with the National Office for Human Resources Development and Training. The program focused on a number of aspects, namely to get acquainted with the methods of early preparation for awareness campaigns, its types and goals, in addition to applying skills in awareness campaigns and management. And now for the January weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the Sultanate. Winds along the areas overlooking Sea of Oman will be northeasterly light to moderate, while along the rest of the Sultanate will be southerly to southwesterly light to moderate. Seas along the southeastern coast will be rough with a maximum wave height of the height of 3 meters, while it will be slight to a moderate along the rest of the Sultanate's coast with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultan of Oman Television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Ministry of Education launches specialized center for occupational training for teachers. The Ministry of Education closes a number of private schools for violating rules and regulations organizing educational work. A ceremony is held for laying down foundation stone for the project of improving Sohar refinery. And the Fishermen Institute in Salalah celebrates the graduation of the first batch from Marine Department in the specializations of engine engineering and captains. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, good night.